There may soon be a check from the province in your mailbox. CBC News has learned the Ford government will be sending rebate checks to Ontarians. Lorenda Reddekopp has been doing the math for us. And Lorenda, the money usually flows in the other direction in the form of taxes. What's this about a rebate and money flowing to us?
This is a whole lot of money we're talking about. Do the math, at least $200 in a rebate check for all 16 million Ontarians, and that adds up to $3.2 billion. It's set to be announced in the upcoming fall economic statement. That's on October 30th, with the checks then going out in the new year. This is a story that was first reported by the Toronto Star, and we have now independently confirmed it with a source from Ford's government. This is all as talk has been swirling of a likely early election coming. Most believe it will happen next spring. The next fixed election date isn't until June 2026.
I'm sure you're getting lots of reaction to this, Lorenda.
Well, first of all, we've heard from all three opposition parties. They all reacted on social media. The NDP leader, Marit Stiles, telling Ford if he really wants to make life better, to build homes, hire doctors, fix schools, and give people a fair shot at planning for the future. She also says this is a stunt that Ontarians see through. The Liberal leader, Bonnie Crombie, responded, teasing a policy of her own, saying that they'll be bringing in a permanent tax cut for the middle class, also saying that this is another one-time gimmick from a premier who has promised and failed to cut taxes for more than 6 years. And she says this is buying votes. From the Green Party leader, Mike Schreiner, he said, imagine Galen Weston getting a check for $200 in the mail, referring to the head of Loblaws. And he says that Ontarians need a government that's in their corner, not one that's trying to buy them out.
You mentioned an early election possibility off the top here, Lorenda. Is this a sign of it?
Well, it certainly looks like it. Yet another sign. We've also had the Premier crossing the province during this really long legislative break. He's been making announcements in many places, and many of those announcements really feel like campaign-style events. This is also at a time when many Ontarians are hurting. We've heard so much about inflation and high interest rates. This is an attempt to show that the government is trying to do something about that. Certainly, lots of talk, though, that this is an attempt to buy votes. A colleague has been out talking to people about this today, and that's what he heard. But the second part of the reaction was, hey, I'll take the money. The government will be hoping that that is what's going to be working in its favor, and that people will forget about scandals that the government has faced, including the Greenbelt and the controversial contract for a spa at Ontario Place, as it tries to win a third majority government.
And you'll be covering that election call if it does come early. Thank you, Lorenda.
Thanks so much.